we're the very best that you can do. So we're going to start with doing some warm-ups, because we need to make sure that our voice is always in the best place possible before we start to sing. So we always want to make sure that our voice is warmed up and ready to sing, because otherwise we can cause it some damage. So I'm hoping that wherever you sing, and I know we've got some people from the US and the UK and I think Saudi, so welcome, welcome. And we're gonna just make sure that you always warm up your voices. So we're just gonna start with making sure that we're sat, because I think most of you are sat. So if you're sat, can you please make sure that you're sat to the edge of your chair so that your feet can touch the floor and we're nicely lifted through our core. So we don't want to be all kind of squidged up like this, because that's not good singing. So we want to make sure that our shoulders are nice and back and down, nice and relaxed, quite heavy arms, so that you feel that you've got good space here in the core. We're just going to make sure that we keep our ribs nicely elevated, and we're going to make sure that we keep a longer back of neck than front of neck. So we don't want to be sticking our head out. We want to make sure that our chin is down quite a way and that we have a longer back of neck. Excellent. So we're going to do some breathing now. Okay. So I just want you to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Excellent. And breathe in again. Breathe in and out. And the last time, breathe in and out. Excellent. Good, good, good. I think we have a full house. Welcome, everybody. Excellent. So we're just doing a little bit of breathing. We're just checking where our posture is, making sure we're sat nicely, and we're just making sure our breath's working. So we're going to do a little bit of breathing now on an TS. Okay? And we're going to do a 3 and 5 pattern. So if you listen, we're going to go. Okay, I'm sure you can all do that with me. So are we ready? And good. Now I want you to energize that air, really make it work hard for you. Are we ready? Good. Hopefully you can feel your tummy jumping about a bit, which is good. So if we put our hands on our tummy and we're just going to make that jump out around with our hands. Are we ready? Good. I'm hoping you can feel that. Let's try it on an SH this time. So good. So I want that nicely energized. I really want you to energize the air, make it work a little bit harder, because the air is the fuel for singing. So in order to sing well, we need to make sure that we're getting our breath activated and working hard for us. So let's try that once more. So good. So we're really energizing the air away from us, and the air is naturally going back in. We're not having to go and put our shoulders up or anything. We're just going, and the air is in, and we're ready to sing. Okay, let's just try that now on a V, and we're going to make some sound now. So as high as you can, and we're going to go woo, 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 woo. Okay, so it might be silly, but we're just actually energizing our air and some sound on a V. Are we ready? Woo, 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 woo. Lovely, good. Let's try a J-E, so a J. Are we ready? The same exercise, and good. So that's starting to make that sound happen now. And I'd like to know now if you can roll your R's for me, or lip trill. So, okay. So we're just going to do a little bit of lip trilling with the piano. And we're just going to do some. If you can't do it on a V. Are we ready? So either lip trill or V. Are we ready? Here we go. use those scales that we've just gone up and down, and we're going to do some NG slides. So if you say the word sing, sing, you can feel that energy. Now, I don't want you to use the word sung, because that puts the NG in a different place. If you can feel that, sing, sung. Can you feel where the NG sits back a bit? It sits further back in the throat when we do an UNG, and I want an ING. So ing, and we're just going to do, and you can start by doing sing and just get into the NG. So we're going to go sing, sing. Good, now we're going to slide it. Sing, 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 sing. Last one. Sing. Lovely. So NG slides. So warming up our larynx nicely so that it's ready to sing. So we're just going to do a couple more exercises. We're going to do some blah, blah, blah. Okay. And we're just going to go blah, 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 blah. And the reason why we're doing some blah is because we use the tongue and the jaw moves at the same time. Blah, 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 blah. Can you practice that for me? Blah, 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 blah. Excellent. Good. And we're just going to go blah, 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 blah. Are we ready? And blah, 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 blah. 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 So blahing is a really good exercise when you feel that the jaw and the tongue gets a little bit tight when you're singing. Sometimes it feels a bit constricted at in your throat. If you just do some blahing, and you can actually blah your notes. So if you were singing Happy Birthday, for example, you can just do it on a blah. Blah, 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 which I know sounds very strange, but is actually really good at relaxing our jaw and our tongue and making sure that they work together. Good. Let's do some ya-yas. So we're going to go ya, 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 ya. Are we ready? And ya, 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 ya. 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 Good. We're going to finish with some hays. So we're going to go hey. So we're going hey you. Are we ready? Hey. Good. Let's do one down. Hey. One more down. Hey. Good. So that's working all of our sounds. So our blahs, we're rolling our R's, and normally we would do a lot more warm up than that. But I'm sure that you've all been doing some of your own warm ups. And we're going to move on for singing now. So I'm hoping that you've all got your songs prepared, but you can introduce yourself and your songs for me. So does anybody want to go first, or are you just anybody wanting to go first, or do you want to just let me pick someone? Yes, Natanya, you'd like to go first? Okay, my lovely. Good. So if you would like to unmute your microphone, and if you can introduce yourself, and if you can let us know the song you're going to sing, and you can start whenever you're ready after you've done that.
My name's Natanya, and I'm going to sing Speechless from Aladdin by Naomi Scott.
Excellent.
I just want to improve the song, so I'm going to sing this one.
Okay, excellent. Good. I'm really looking forward to it. Fabulous song.
The wave meant to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under. Swirling sand left with nothing to say, my voice drowned out in the thunder. But I won't down every move, every word. Centuries old and unbending. Stay in your place, better seen and not heard. But now that story is ending. 'Cause I cannot start to crumble. So come on and try to shut me and cut me down. I won't be silent. You can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. Let the storm in. I cannot be broken. No, I won't leave unspoken. 'Cause I know that I won't go speechless. Try to lock me in this cage. I won't just fall down and die. I will take these broken wings and watch me burn across the sky. Hitting the silent won't be silent. So you wanna see me tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you wanna rest maybe? 'Cause I know that I won't go speechless. All I know is I won't go speechless, speechless.
Well done. Well done. So, excellent, lovely tone. Lovely tone. So, and it's a very tricky song because it has quite a large range. So it starts quite low, and then halfway through the song, it tends to really ramp up, doesn't it? And it gets quite high. So there's a beautiful tone. So firstly, well done for singing such a tricky and challenging song. Beautiful tone in your voice. So what we first started off with, I think it's right on the cusp at the moment of your range at the bottom, and then also your range at the top. So what we're going to do is I want you to the slides that we were doing are really good around helping you to increase your range and helping you to increase your vocal as you're moving up and down. So, and the bubbling as well. So I'd like you to sing the first bit for me again. And we're just going to make sure that we've got lots of space in the mouth. Okay, so if you place just the tip of your tongue in between your teeth, then you'll see that that creates quite a big, so you can just rest your teeth gently on the tip of your tongue. You can feel that that keeps those back teeth open a little bit. So we're just going to, I'd like you to sing the first bit for me again with just keeping an awareness of that space, if you can, for me. And let's see, let's just hear it again. So we start with da 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 da. So can you start it again and just do that intro for me?
Would you like me to sing it with the karaoke?
You can do if that's easier for you to find your starting note. And obviously songs can always be changed pitch-wise to suit vocals. So please don't think you always have to sing them in the pitch that they're written in, because they're written specifically, remember, for that singer so that they get the best out of their voice. So if you have to change the pitch of the song so you get the best out of your voice, then please do so. It's really important you do that. So yes, please. So think about that space.
Here comes a wave meant to wash me away, a tide that is taking me under, swallowing sand.
Keep that good space. Keep your chin down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to get you to stop that one. Okay, excellent. Did you see that I just asked you to keep your chin down just a little bit? Because it's very easy when we sing to start to lead with our chin. And if we can keep that one down, it keeps the instrument, which is our vocal, in a much more secure place. If you think of the trumpet goes from one end to the other, our vocal has to go around the corner. Our larynx and pharynx and all of our vocal mechanism comes up and around the corner. So if we can keep our chin in a nice position, that will also help you. I'm conscious that the start of this song is really quite low for you at the moment, but when you get into that bit where you're happy, your voice really expands beautifully. So I would like you to think about keeping your chin just down a little bit and keeping the space in your teeth. So can we just sing from the chorus, please? I won't be silent, you can't keep me quiet.
Okay. I won't be silent, you can't keep me quiet. Won't tremble when you try it. All I know is I won't go speechless. 'Cause I'll breathe when they try to suffocate me. Don't you underestimate me. All I know is I won't go speechless. Written in stone
That's fine if you. Excellent. Good. So that is working really well. Okay, so when you keep your chin down, that's keeping your instrument in a much more secure position. Then if you keep the teeth open a little bit at the back, then we keep a good placement with sound, and that just enhances your sound even more. You were much louder that time. I think the volume came up a bit, but there was a much rounder sound. So that's something for you to keep working on as you go through. Make sure you energize your breath and have it ready for when you go through. And if you practice, like we've said, those slides and glide exercises, what they'll do is they'll just start to add a little bit more to the ends of your range and just help you to secure those higher and lower notes. Does that help?
Yeah.
Excellent. Enjoy your singing. That was fabulous. Thank you very much. So we are going to move on to, now, does anybody want to go next, or do I just need, okay, Jewel, thank you. If you'd like to unmute and speak to us.
Hi, my name is Jewel Baiju, and I'll be singing My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Okay, excellent. Fabulous song. I look forward to hearing you. Ready to start when you're ready, you can start.
Okay. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Once more, you open the door, and you're Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime and never let go till we're gone. Love was when I loved you one true time. I hold you in my life will always go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. You're here, there's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Fabulous. Well done, you. Your
Thank
music
you.
went off and you didn't miss a beat. That was amazing. Thank you very much. So I've written that you have great control and a really good quality of sound across all of the notes that you're singing.
Mhm.
What I would like you to do is, I can hear a little bit of nasal singing.
Mhm.
So I like you to, and I know it's a bit strange, but I would like you to just do some exercises for me while we're here. Just want you to kind of sing an E for me, and I'm going to play you a note. E, and I want you to hold your nose. Okay, and sing an E for me.
E.
Okay, and can you make it a little bit taller for me? So we're going to go E. So I want you to think about a nice tall E.
E.
Okay, now when you were singing that E, could you feel that there was a difference in your throat when you were singing it? Yes, so what we're doing is we're actually starting to open up into these resonators in our mouth rather than it going into our nose. So when you're here, there's nothing I fear. I want you to be thinking a little bit about just accessing and keeping that lovely space in the back of your mouth, nice and open. Going to keep our tongue down behind our front teeth, so that when we're singing that, we're not kind of, you're here. Can you hear where that's being pushed down my nose?
Yes.
You're here. There's a nice tall space.
Okay.
So if you could just practice that for me, if you could sing from you're here, there's nothing I fear. So I just think about that lovely tall space in your mouth for me.
Sure. You're here, there's nothing I fear.
Good. Could you hear how that's just a little bit more open?
Yes.
Singing it. We may be slightly higher now. I may have pitched it up for you, and I apologize for that because that was quite high, but you still nailed the note. So that's fab. So what I'm hearing now is a much more open resonant sound rather than just a little bit squeezed here. And it happens more on the E vowel. So if you think about the E vowel being almost like taking a bite of an apple. So if we took a bite of an apple, we'd go like that. And E. rather than ee. Can you hear the difference there? So what I've done is I've made sure that there's a nice tall space in the mouth, and I've made sure that the tongue is down. So I'd like you to work on that particular vowel because that's the bit that I noticed just on your E vowel. So if you could work on that one, make sure we also keep our oo vowel as in a ooh rather than ooh. Can you hear that difference?
Yes.
Ooh, ooh. Can you try that for me? So I want you to kind of sing an ooh, more of a moon rather than a you, if that makes sense.
Ooh.
That's it. And a nice, keep that nice space. So could you just sing your first couple of lines for me again?
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Okay. I'm going to stop you there. I want you to just do the ooh. So every, so think about air on every. It's more air. Every night in my dreams, I see you. Can you just sing that for me? Just that line.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Okay, so does that feel different from how you've been singing it?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're getting some good space and good placement in the sound. If we can add that to your already excellent voice, then we're just going to increase even more what you're doing with your sound. So that's the tip I'd like to give you for your vocal toolbox, is to think about your E sounds just being a little bit taller, maybe your oo sounds being a little bit taller, and just you opened up beautifully then when you sang that, and your every night was really controlled. So if you can work on that with me or for me, that would be amazing. I think that will really just enhance what you're already doing, Jewel. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And could you feel the difference? Excellent. Good. Thank you very much indeed. That was amazing. And keeping going when the music went was first class. So well done you. I give you applause. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask, who would like to go next? Anybody wanting to go next? Put your hands. Is it Gory or Gary? You'll have to tell me if I've pronounced your name right.
It's Gary, you're right. You said it right.
Gary, lovely. Good. So welcome.
Hi, I'm going to be singing the song How Far I'll Go from the movie Moana because it's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, excellent. Love Moana. So I'm ready when you are. Just start
great.
when you.
Okay, lyrics want to pop up. They want to. Okay. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky needs to see, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I could lead with pride, I could make us strong, I'll be satisfied if I played along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea, it's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes, and it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes, and it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me. One day I'll know.
Well done. Love Moana. Love Moana. So what is it about that song that you like?
The movie is awesome. The song is like the intro, it's like the setting, like the starting point to where like her like journey begins, I guess. But I really like the song because it's like it shows the entire village or whatever.
Okay, so we start with, I've been staring at the edge of the water long. So she really wants this. This is the one thing that she wants more than anything else, and the one thing that she's not allowed to have. Okay, so I'd like you to sing that intro for me again with wanting it so badly. Okay, so I want you to really think about what that lyric is saying. So it starts with a good breath support, and I just want you to think of, I've been, and I'd like you to just imagine that you've got some mouse whiskers. So just so that you're smiling at me just a little bit more when you sing, because it was beautifully sung, beautifully sung. You hit all of your notes absolutely spot on, which was fabulous. So I just want you to just connect with the song just a little bit more, and just imagine that you are Moana and you really, the sea is just pulling you in. So let me hear that first bit again.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I tack, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the light.
We're gonna just go back a little bit. So we're gonna do it without the music now.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to think, I've been staring. I want you to just create a little bit more space. I've been staring at the edge of the water. Okay, are you ready? Sing that for me.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
Good. And we finished our diphthong beautifully. Y has two vowel sounds together. It has an R and an E. Why? Can you hear that? So I've been staring. So that when we lift, we get just a little bit more rounder sound. Okay, which is what I'm wanting you to do. So I'd like you to do what I asked you all to do, is just hold your nose and just sing that first line for me again.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
Okay, did you find that you had to access the space at the back of your mouth just a little bit more than you probably normally do when you're singing?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Good. So that's a good space. What we want is that nice space that we have in our mouth. So we want to use that so that it creates a taller sound. I've been staring. So we're just keeping that in a nice tall space. So if we can access some of that, and when you smiled at me, there was this lovely sound. So you were keeping it in a really great space. So that's what I'd like you to think about doing. I'd also like you to think about keeping that breath right to the end of the phrase. Okay? Never really knowing why. So that we're taking that to the, and then that snatch breath in where the air comes straight in and we're ready to sing again to go. Because our first breath that we're going to get is the best breath. We don't get another one, unfortunately, because then we're in the song. So our first breath we take is ready to tell our audience, here I go with my song, and they're all ready for you. So I'd like you to do that first verse, please, with no music. Can you sing me that first verse?
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try.
Good. How's that feeling?
That was great. That
was sounding really good. You had connected your breath and your words together, and that was really starting together. So use your air. It's free. We can take in as much as we need of it. So make sure, and you energize it as it's coming out. So really use that air for you, and that sound will just balance perfectly on there. That was really good. I'd like you to just play around with some of that technique and just see how it feels. We get the best out of our voice when we play with it, so we have to be brave and allow ourselves to play with our sound and see what works best for us. Okay, that was excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Good. So who is going to be next? I have two more people. I have, so Ivan, you're going to come next. Excellent. So if you'd like to unmute and come and speak to us.
My name is Ivan Baiju, and today I will be singing "You Raise Me Up" by Josh Groban.
Excellent, fabulous song. And whenever you're ready, you can start.
Okay, 1 second. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Well done. Excellent. What a beautiful voice and great control. So why that song?
I heard it when I first heard that song when I was in 5th grade, and it really attracted me. First time I heard it was from Josh Groban, and I saw like how he used his like musical dynamics and how he phrased some of the phrases, and it really made me want to sing the song.
Excellent. Well, well done. You sang it beautifully. So thank you for that. It's a real pleasure to be coming on and listening and giving you some techniques. All of the young people sing so well. I would like to just ask you to work on your E vowel.
Okay.
And make it and give it a little bit of a taller space. Okay. Mm-hmm. So can you just sing an E wherever's comfortable for you? Can you just sing me just the word me?
Me.
Okay. So I'm hearing it here. Me. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'd like you to think about me. So I'm going to ask you if you can please hold your nose and sing me again.
Me.
Now let go of your nose. Now sing in that space.
Me.
Okay. So could you hear that was just a little bit taller?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just do so you're down here. Me. Can you sing that one? Me. There you go. I think that's where you were. So you're a G. You're singing on a G3. So we're just gonna me, make it as tall as it can be. Okay, I'm gonna get you to do another exercise. I'm gonna get you to just put your knuckles just into the side of your and just separate your back teeth a little bit. Okay, now just sing me there. Now take your hands away and do exactly the same space. Can you hear the difference between your me now and the me that you were singing?
Yes.
Okay, in You Raise Me Up, there's lots of E vowels, B. Mm-hmm. So you finish over, you raise me up to more than I can be, because otherwise it will be here. So can Can you just sing your first, can you sing a chorus for me? You raise me up, wherever's comfortable for you, not with the music, just so I can hear your voice.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Can you hear the difference?
Yes.
You're just starting to access a much taller placement. I mean, and you might not like it, and you don't have to keep doing it. You don't have to keep doing it if you don't want to. I'm only giving you some suggestions. But a taller placement, what happened is, even though we worked on the E vowel in a taller placement, when you sang that chorus back to us, you kept it all in a much taller placement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could feel that. So when you were singing, even you raise me up, it was in a much taller space than you raise me up, which is more nasal and a little bit constricted. So all we've done is actually just create a bigger space inside the mouth for the sound. And what happens is the sound just gets rounder and more resonant, and creates a much louder sound with you actually not having to sing any louder. So let's just use our own resonating spaces within our body and create the best sound that we can. So that's my tip for you, Ivan, at the moment, is for you to think about that taller space. And definitely on the E vowel, there was a much, and it will feel a bit strange at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're thinking, you can either hold your nose, so if I was, can you hear how I've moved it into that space? And also, so that you can just keep that there. And if you put a m at the front, a me or a knee, a n, then that helps keep the sound still quite forward placed. Okay. Does that help?
Yeah.
Hopefully you could hear the difference. It sounded amazing, so thank you very much. I'm hoping that little tip will give you something to work on. Thank you. Good. And so our final wonderful student, please unmute and come and speak to me. So I think it's Faria.
Hello.
Hello, have I said that right? What's your first name?
It's Fariha.
Fariha. Okay. So Fariha, can you just take some of your echo off your microphone for me? Just so that it's not, so when you're singing for me, I can hear lots of your voice rather than the echo on the microphone, if that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay? Because I just want to hear your beautiful voice. And when we have lots of echo on the microphone, it's very difficult for me to hear your voice. So what would you like to sing for me today? Oh, you've just muted at the moment. If it's set up, don't worry about it, because I don't want to. Oh, you're just muted. There we go.
Is it okay now?
That's better. That's better. There's still a little bit there, but that's fine. That's better than it was. So what song are you going to sing?
So I'm going to sing Arcade by Duncan Lawrence.
Okay. Well, this is a song that I don't know very well, so that's, if at all. So that's wonderful to have a song that I don't know. So I'm ready for you to sing when you can. There is still quite a little bit of echo on, kind of feedback and echo on your voice when you're singing or when you're speaking.
So should I completely,
You could take it right off. You could take the echo right off.
Okay.
Have you got an echo on there? If it's easy, then that would be great. If not, don't worry. We'll just sing as it's set up for you.
Hello.
It's still there, but sing to me anyway. I'm really looking forward to hearing you sing.
Okay. All right.
A broken heart is all that's left. I'm still fixing all the cracks. Lost a couple of pieces when I carried it home. I'm afraid of all I am. My mind feels like a foreign land. Silence ringing inside my head. Please carry me home. I've spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game. Do you love me or love me not? Peeling pieces from my heart. My rose-colored land is gone. Still I carried on. All I know, loving you is a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game. I don't need your game's over. Get me off this roller coaster. All I know, loving you is a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game.
Excellent. Well done. Now we couldn't hear the music. I think you could hear the music. All we could hear was your beautiful voice singing.
I didn't actually put the karaoke.
Oh, that's amazing. So you literally just sang it a cappella. You sang it without any music whatsoever. You just went for it. Well done you. That was amazing. Beautiful voice, beautiful tone, good control across all sound. I think like most of the other young people that have sung today, just creating a little bit more space will really help to just open that sound out just a little bit more. So could you sing?
Okay.
Can you just sing the first little bit for me again, please?
Sure. A broken heart is all that's left. I'm still fixing all the cracks. Lost a couple of pieces when I carried it home.
Okay, lovely. So I would like you to just think a little bit more space. So I'd like you to open your mouth just a little bit more. Can you sing it again for me with a little bit more space inside the in the mouth? So just open up just a tiny little bit more for me.
Okay. A broken heart is all that's left. I'm still fixing all the cracks. Lost a couple of pieces when I carried it home.
Okay, now to me that was just a little bit more rounder. So just a little bit more resonant. How did it feel when you're singing it? Does it feel much different?
I feel that my mouth is a bit open.
Yes, so just a little bit more space. So we're not going like that really loud. We're just kind of, we're just opening it just a little bit more because it feels like sometimes the back teeth just need that little bit more space. So I'm going to ask you to insert your clean pinky into the back of your teeth. Okay. and I know. Okay, can you feel that when you put it right to the back? Can you feel that that's quite a bigger space, isn't it? Okay, so if you take your finger out and leave the space, okay, so now I want you to, that's where I'd like you to be thinking about singing. However, you had nice lift in all of your vowel sounds. So in your E, there was quite a good lift. Can you sing your chorus for me again?
Okay. I've spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game.
Okay, can I ask you to really use your air? So I want you to take in that breath and I want you to use it, okay? I want you to energize it and really use it. Are we ready? Take in a good breath, keep your shoulders down and sing that chorus again for me once more.
I've spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade.
I'm just going to stop you there. Can you just sing it? Can you sing that? What's the words for the first bit?
It's I've spent all of the love I saved.
So I've spent all of the love I've saved. Can you just make sure that you use all of that air for me?
Okay. I've spent all of the love I saved.
Okay. Can you energize it even more? Can you imagine that you're singing right the way out of the screen to me?
Okay. I've spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. All I know, loving you is a losing game.
Good. So I've got a louder sound coming, even though I'm ignoring the microphone, because there's still the echo on there. But I want you to be thinking about the So I want you to really use your air rather than I feel like you're holding a little bit back, and I want you to kind of really allow that air to take that sound, let it just soar into the room so that you really start to use the air, because your voice is beautiful, and I just want everybody to be able to hear it. So I just want you to enable that air. So your tools and techniques are to keep that space at the back of the teeth, and don't kind of love it, because I feel that the voice is beautiful, it just needs a little bit more opening up there. And then when we get into that chorus, allow your air to really be used, and that will just open up that sound even more, which will be amazing. Is that okay? Could you feel that?
Yes.
Excellent. So that's what I'd like you to work on. And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time because we've reached our 6 o'clock deadline. But can I please just turn around and say to you all that that was all beautiful singing. Each and every one of you have got lovely voices, and you're very brave to come on here and sing to me. If when you go back and you think, oh, Tracey asked me to do something and I can't quite remember what it was, or I'm not sure of it, then please do speak to Nordy, and if I can come back to you, then I will do, to just remind you on what we did. I've tried to write down about what all of you have done. So I'm hoping that each of you have found something, even whether it's when I'm feeding back to others or feeding back to yourself, of things that you think that you can do with your voice. But the most important thing is just have fun with it. Make sure you warm it up before you sing, because lots of young people just go into singing, and actually if you want your voice to last you a lifetime, then it's really important that you do your vocal warm-ups, and that then your voice is in its best shape possible for singing. So if you don't warm up, I've given you some warm-ups that you can try, and I'm hoping that you've all got something now individually for your vocal toolbox that you can use to go on with your singing. Thank you very much for coming on. And I hope that I hear you soon. I shall keep looking out for all of these wonderful singers. I'm sure you'll be making lots of music very shortly. So please take care, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.